Hey guys, and welcome to my channel. If you are new, my name is Kristen, and today I'm going to show you guys some really easy and inexpensive ways you can make this cute little s'mores station. So I'm using a Cricut, so thank you to Cricut for sponsoring this video today. I'm going to show you guys some really easy beginner DIYs you can make with the Cricut machine. So don't be intimidated. I'm going to show you guys some really easy DIYs. First DIYs are going to be these s'mores dessert plates with vinyl. So I did not have permanent vinyl, but I would definitely recommend permanent vinyl. This is just a removable, but if you're going to wash these, you will definitely want permanent. Right now we are in the Cricut design space. So on the left hand side, I just clicked on projects, and then at the top right hand corner, I just searched s'mores, and these s'mores dessert plates came up. So this gave me a great idea. The plates were actually from the Dollar Tree, and I just picked up 4 of them. So this cost $4 for additional items to make these. So I did end up making this just a tiny bit smaller because I wanted it to be able to fit on my plates. So measure your plates, and then you are going to set your Cricut to vinyl, since that is what we are using. There is a knob on the top that is super easy. It has iron on. You can do cardstock, vinyl. But that little button right on the top, you can just switch it, and then you push the arrows to move the vinyl in, and the Cricut logo is blinking. You click that one more time and it will start cutting your vinyl for you. Alright, so now this is done. You can kind of see that the little s'more has been cut out. I did do this 4 additional times, but I did not show you guys this. And then you're going to take your weeding tool and weed out the vinyl pieces that you do not want. So this takes a little bit of time, and then sometimes I do go back and look at the picture just to make sure I am weeding out the correct vinyl, because if you don't, you will end up having to redo it again and wasting vinyl. And I'm just letting you guys know that I have done a lot of these things, so I'm just helping you out so it does not happen to you. And then you're going to take the transfer tape or the transfer paper, put it over the top of the vinyl, and then you're going to use your little scraper just so your vinyl piece sticks to the transfer tape. And then you just set it right on your plate or whatever you're going to be using, and then I'm just scratching it on with the scraper, scratching it on, putting it on with the scraper, and then you just peel the transfer tape right off. Like I said, this is such an easy, using vinyl is like the easiest thing to do, especially when you are first learning how to use a Cricut. And like I said, I did this 4 other times, and these are what my plates looked like. The second thing I'll be making is these buckets with vinyl. Like I said, this is the same vinyl I used for the dessert plates. And then right now I went to images on the left hand side, and then I just typed in s'mores at the top. So I like using pre-made vinyl images. It just makes things just a lot easier, especially when you are first learning. And I am just trying to find marshmallows, graham crackers, and some sort of chocolate that I can use the vinyl piece on, and then I will cut those out just like I did with the first DIY I did, which is with the s'more plates. And then once you select your images, you are going to be prompted to this screen right here. So this is what everything is going to look like, and then like I said, I measured mine down to the size that I wanted to size my bucket, so I always measure whatever I'm going to be using the vinyl for. And then I ended up switching things out a little bit. I ended up not using the crackers one. I decided to just use a fire because I thought it was just a little bit more cute. So right here, my base material is set to vinyl once again because I'm going to be using the same black vinyl. I picked up these buckets at the Dollar Tree. They were 3 for $1. They're just little plastic white buckets, but I thought they would be super cute to throw candy bars in, marshmallows, and graham crackers. This is the exact same process I did for the other 2 DIYs to start with. I thought I would put all my vinyl DIYs together just so I wouldn't have to keep explaining it over and over again, but same exact process.
I've been trying my best for a while, trying to please everyone who's around me. I've been putting on a fake smile, even though I'm wasting time. I don't want to be trapped in a box, trying to be like the rest when I'm not. I just want to go my own way, gonna let the past burn down, cause honestly don't wanna be stuck in boring conversations with you. I'm gonna leave it all behind. but listen to my heart. I'm gonna leave it all behind.
This next DIY is a s'mores 3-tier tray, and like I said, I picked up all my materials from the Dollar Tree besides my vinyl, obviously. They had these really pretty white plastic plates, and then they also had a bowl to match, and then I thought to add these together, I will just put a mason jar in between. And then right here, I'm just going back to images and using just a pre-made image, shrinking it down so it will fit on my 2 plates and my bowl.
Find myself, I'm gonna start over new. Yeah, I'm on my way now. 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 I'm on my way now.
I would add my vinyl before I made the 3-tier tray. It's just easier that way. I guess it really wouldn't have mattered, but sometimes I just want the glue to set in, and I end up actually using super glue for this video. You guys are going to see that I just used hot glue, but I actually ended up needing super glue to make the mason jar and the plates stick together.
I don't want to be trapped in a box. I just wanna go my own way. 'Cause I am on my way.
And I thought this little saying was super cute. It says, "S'mores, s'mores, please, more s'mores." I know you guys get it, but I thought this was cute. And then I'm just adding a word to each of these. So when the 3-tier tray is all put together, it will say that as you go along from the top to the bottom. Anyways, I thought this was a super cute idea. I love 3-tier trays anyways. This is almost like a 2-tier tray with bowl on the top. I was going to do 2 mason jars, but I thought it looked kind of funny and kind of silly that I thought the bowl just looked way better glued to the top plate. So all you need is some hot glue. Like I said, definitely use maybe E6000 or super glue, something a little bit heavier than hot glue, because once this dried, I picked it up and it fell apart. So don't do what I did. And then this is the bottom plate. This one says the please on it. And then I did end up adding the top of the mason jar just so I had something to glue onto, because I kind of put it on the top and I'm like, hey, the glue is going to drip in the mason jar and I do not want it to drip. So that is why I added the lid. So that is like my little tip, because normally I would probably just get hot glue all over it and then paint it or something, but I did not want to paint the mason jar in case somewhere down the line or somewhere down the road I did want to reuse it for something. And this project only cost a few dollars, but this is so cute, and you can always, if you're not going to do a s'mores station or like a s'mores bar type thing, there's so many other options that you can do with this. If you have a party and you do meat and cheese and crackers, this is just a really, with the dip at the top, super, super cute idea. I love this for just a couple dollars. Okay, so here we go on to something that is not vinyl. So these infusible ink coasters. So Cricut sent me the coasters in along with infusible ink. So I tried doing this a while back and seriously messed up in the worst way. So I went back into my Cricut design space and I clicked on projects, and then at the top I typed in round coasters. So I wanted something to go with a s'mores theme or like a camping theme. This would be really fun if you went camping and then like surprise all the kids with these fun like activities besides grabbing a marshmallow out of a bag and a chocolate bar. I think this just makes it a little more fun for kids. Even myself, I think it's really fun. So if you're following along, I chose the camping images, and then you actually need to change your material to cardstock. Maybe you don't, but I did, just because infusible ink is a lot thicker. It's almost like a feel of cardstock. So I clicked on those, and it's going to show 2 different cuts because you can do 2 different infusible ink sheets. So these are the infusible ink sheets. And then you definitely probably want a stickier mat. Mine was not as sticky, but it still worked just fine. I just kind of used what I had. And right here, I'm just showing you how to use the infusible ink sheet. You want the color side up, not the back side, and this is the way that you cut it. And then once that is done, you want to pull the infusible ink sheet down, and then you want to pull the mat away from the sheet just so things don't get a little wonky. Infusible ink is hard to use, I am not going to lie, but once I got the hang of it, it was like using vinyl all over again. So now I am just weeding everything out that I do not want so I can start making my coasters. So you're going to see that I just made 3 because I wanted to make sure they were going to turn out before I made the 4th one. So I have the heat resistant tape so I could tape my infusible ink down because it does roll really easily, so you definitely want to use the tape. It just is way, way easier so your image doesn't move on your coasters. Once you get all your images taped on, you're just going to take the butcher paper from the infusible ink sheet box and you will set it to 400 degrees for 240 seconds. This does take quite a while, and then once this is all completed, you'll just take your butcher paper right off, and then you are going to want them to get cool because they are super hot. They are ceramic coasters. You're definitely going to want to wait. And then once that is done, once they are cooled down, this is what they look like. They are super, super bright. Infusible ink, it doesn't show the true colors that are actually on the sheet because they do get brighter once you iron everything on. If you don't have an easy press, I definitely recommend it. Like, it works so easy when you are doing t-shirts and iron-ons, and it is absolutely amazing, and it also has a temperature and a heat setting. If you don't know what to set it on, I always go to the Cricut heat guide, and that will tell you exactly what to do. This next one is just a sign with iron-on. So with the iron-on, you want your color upside down. So that makes sense. On your sheet, you will want the back side up. So this took me a while. I had to look up some videos. And then once you just know how to cut the sheets, it makes a whole lot more sense on what to do. And then you kind of weed it backwards. And then when you do any sort of iron-on, you just want to make sure that when you're in the design space and you're about ready to make your cuts, that you do push that little mirror image just so it is mirrored. So when you do iron it on, it is the correct way. And so, yeah, like I said, I'm kind of weeding it backwards than vinyl. And then once it is flipped over, you are ready to go. It already comes with like the transfer sheet. It is amazing. It's super, super easy to do. So now I'm just weeding out the rest of it. And then I am going to actually put this on a piece of wood. So when you do wood, you want to at least do 5 to 10 seconds just to heat it up just a little bit, and then you'll put your iron-on down. And like I said, the heat guide will tell you exactly how long your Easy Press needs to be on there if you're using a towel or the Easy Press mat. I am actually using the Easy Press mat, and it just works so much better. It's just so much thicker than a towel. Once that's done, you just peel it right off. Alright, so this is my bonus. It is infusible ink tote bag, and I'm using the sheets once again. This is the infusible ink tote bag from Cricut, and then I'm just going to be laying this out, and I am going to be putting a piece of cardstock on the inside. So infusible ink, it actually doesn't stick to the outer side of anything. It actually just kind of irons into any material that you're using. So it's not going to wipe off. It's not vinyl. It's going to be a really smooth finish. So like the coasters, I didn't even tell you that. It is a very smooth finish. You can wash them, and like I said, the ink is just in the material instead of on the outside like vinyl. Alright, so I have my butcher paper down. I'm going to lay this down, and then I am going to make my tote bag. I am using the same infusible ink that I did before. And then now I'm laying out, I wanted to do this Camp More, Worry Less. I thought this was a really cute idea. And then it's even better, so if you are going to do the whole s'mores theme, you can throw all your stuff in here when you're finished, and it is way easier to clean up. I was super happy with the way this turned out. This is really, it's so intimidating when you take this off because it's either going to work or it's not going to work. I definitely recommend to press down with your Easy Press as you are using infusible ink, I think it just helps a lot better, or at least with the tote bag. I did not with the coasters, but with the tote bag, I pushed it down just to make sure I would get the color into this bag, and I think that worked way better because, like I said, I have messed up a few times with infusible ink. It is tricky, but like I said, once you get the hang of it, it's so easy and it's so fun to use. This is how everything turned out in the end. I absolutely love this. You just add your favorite s'mores treats to this and you are good to go. You guys, that's it for the video. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you guys want to check out Cricut, my link will be in the description box below so you guys can do that. It's so easy to use and it's so fun, and there is so many ideas you can do just besides a s'mores station. I love making signs. I love making shirts. I love making all kinds of things with a Cricut. And like I said, it is super, super user-friendly and easy to use. But if you guys liked this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you are new to my channel, I would love if you hit that subscribe button down below. If you guys made it all the way to the end, let me know what you love putting on your s'mores. Reese's is my absolute favorite, and I would love to know yours. But yep, that's it. So I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!
I wanna get to your clothes, gotta get it right now. I wanna push all the limits with you right now. So watch your feelings, the city's screaming, we're not coming home tonight. We're living quick in the world, gotta get it right.